inside this bag is something that is very important to me. Inside this bag, I have 2 Rubik's Cubes. Now, who here, be honest, tell the truth, don't lie. Who here owns a Rubik's Cube, or at some point in their life did own a Rubik's Cube? Most people. Now, continuing the truthful thing, be honest, tell the truth, don't lie. Who here, if I gave them a Rubik's Cube right now, could solve it in less than 60 seconds? Very few people can solve a Rubik's Cube. It's a very difficult thing to do. I think there's only about 1,000 people in the world that can solve one. I can solve a Rubik's Cube. I've been solving Rubik's Cubes for a very long time, probably over 20 years now. And I have a collection at home of over 120 different Rubik's Cubes. There's a technical term for that. It's called SAD, just so you know. But I do have a collection of over 120 Rubik's Cubes. Now, inside this bag, I have 2 of my favorite cubes, and I'll explain why. The first one, this is the oldest cube I own. This is the one that got me into this whole thing. 20 years ago, my mom and dad bought me one of these cubes, and that started me off. Now, this has not been solved in a very, very, very long time. This is the mixed up one. Now, the other one, every single person here on this call could solve the other cube immediately. And the reason is the other one is brand new. It's not yet been mixed up. This is what a cube looks like when you first buy it from the shops. This is my newest cube, came from Amazon 3 days ago. Now, I'm going to leave the mixed up cube inside the bag. I'm going to put that bag right there. That mixed up cube is going to be our big finish. So please try and keep an eye on the bag the whole time. I'm going to come forward to the camera to show you something with this Rubik's Cube close up. Now, for those of you that don't really know much about Rubik's Cubes, there are 6 sides, obviously, because it's a cube. There's a different color on each side. And the more you mix this thing up, the harder it is to solve. I'm going to need Bill to help me here. Bill, I'm just going to ask you to unmute yourself here for a second. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Enjoying the show, Bill?
Very much, yeah.
Good stuff, Bill. Now, here's what's going to happen, my friend. I'm going to mix this cube up. Like I said, 6 sides to a Rubik's Cube, different color on each side. The more I mix this thing up, the harder it is to solve. As I mix up this cube, Bill, anytime you want to, just say stop.
Okay, stop.
Yeah, are you sure?
Yeah, it's good.
Are you happy?
Yeah.
Okay, you're happy, I'm happy. Now, Bill, 47 quintillion million combinations. You could have stopped anywhere you wanted to. If you'd have done one more move, it would have looked completely different. Bill, if I told you that 6 months ago I knew exactly what this cube would look like, would you believe me?
No.
Of course you wouldn't. That would be impossible. So if I could prove it to you, would that be good enough to get a big round of applause off all of your colleagues?
I think so, yeah.
I did. I could prove it. Now, yeah, I had to make it a permanent prediction, and I have made it a permanent prediction. You see, I made the prediction 6 months ago, and what I did is I put a tattoo right there on my arm. And if we look at the cube that you mixed up, let's look at that side first of all. White, 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 red, 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 blue, yellow. Now let's look at that side right there. Yellow, 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 green, green, blue. Even the top right there, my friend. White, white, orange, orange, green, green, red, red, green. That is a perfect match. Peace for peace for peace. Thank you so much, Bill. I'm going to unmute you again in a minute, but you can mute yourself. But you know, when I do this, people find that impressive. But when I do this, what people always want to see is they want to see me solve the Rubik's Cube, because it's kind of the holy grail. Now, the world champion solves one of these in 3.8 seconds using 2 hands. I'm going to solve this in 1 second with 1 hand. I'm going to hold it here. I'm going to just shake like this. I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, give it a shake, and it's going to solve. The deal is, if I can solve this in less than a second, you're going to give me a big round of applause. Is that okay? Okay, good. Watch. 3, 2, 1. Questions? We following this? Making any sense? Thank you so much. Now, when I do this, people turn around to me and they say, Craig, I think I know how that works. And they always say, you've taught yourself to solve Rubik's Cube very quickly. And it is true that I am a speed cuber, which means that I am obsessed with learning how to solve cubes very quickly. But no cuber in the world can solve a cube that quick. I, however, have learned to solve a cube by magic with 1 move. Now, to be clear, this is a move. Every time you turn the cube, it's a move. I can solve this cube with 1 move. I can take this side and turn it back towards me, and it'll solve. Watch right here. This side, 1 move, looks something like that. I mean, it works literally every single time. But we'll try this one more time. Bill, there's 6 sides to a Rubik's Cube. You don't have to unmute yourself this time, my friend, but I'm going to point to the colors. When I get to the color that you want, just give me a thumbs up so I know that's the color you want. Okay, Bill? Yellow, orange, white, blue, red. Red, that's my favorite color as well. That's my favorite color. Wonderful. So I'm going to do this one last time, Bill. but just with the color that you want. So let me just give it a mix up. And I'll even tell you how this thing works, because it is very simple. See how it works, very simply, is with a Rubik's Cube, the center points never move. So if you want to solve the white side, it has to be there where the white center is. This can't be the white side. This has to be the orange side. So the red side would be here. Let me just sit down. Try and keep an eye on that bag if you can. But I'm going to sit down here to get it really close up. So you said red, didn't you? If you look on this side of the cube, we know that has to be the red side because of the red center. And there's 9 squares on there. One of those 9 squares is red. I'm going to slowly solve the entire red side. When I shake, the red will fill up. First of all, we get 2. Then we get 4. Then we get 6. And the final one goes up and down and it gets 9. And then when I snap my fingers, every other side of the Rubik's Cube solves as well. Thank you very, very much. I see people clapping and I appreciate that. But we had the bag over there. The question is, what's the bag all about? Well, I left that mixed up cube inside that bag, and that bag's been there the entire time with the mixed up cube inside it. And if I solve that cube right now, that would be anticlimactic because I've already solved the cube. I have to do something better. So I'm going to snap my fingers. And when I do, every single color on that Rubik's Cube is going to disappear. The red, the green, the blue, the yellow, the orange, the white, even the black under the stickers. It happens when I snap my fingers. And the only way we're going to know this has worked or not is by looking in the bag. You see, you can't see much until I do this. And you see that the entire cube changes into a crystal clear block with no colors at all. And that is magic.